All right, here we go. What do we got coming up here? This looks grown in. We might have another washout here or something. Yep, we got another washout here. So you can see everything kind of going that way. Oops. Right, and this is where the washout starts. This one isn't as bad as the other one. I think I remember. It's kind of funny when you come through an area before, then you start to recollect things, right? And so I can remember this one because you could just, you see this little kind of narrow spot where you can get across. It's all wet from the rain. Come on, Loon. So you can see a pretty substantial, is there something still there? Yeah, there's still the metal culvert. So part of it, like basically the side washed out. Huh. Dog's gonna go get some water. Go get some water, Lynn. That was it. Whoa. I want to lose my balance here. All right. It's one of those things where now I'm starting to get warm. My glasses are starting to fog up. And I'm just a ball of complaints. Ooh, this is nasty. How in the fudgicle am I getting around here? This way is the answer. One hour and 29 minutes we've been walking. Oh. Okay. Whew. Again, I remember when we came through here in August, it was, or sorry, the end of July. It was warm. The mosquitoes were horrendous. Horrendous. Just got mangled. That's why hiking in the spring and the fall is better, but the whole point of that was basically to scout this, to do a recce, as the Commonwealth military would say. So normally this would all be full of water here, but it's all dry. So I think here is where it starts to get kind of bad in terms of the growth. Come on, Lynn. Good girl. And that's where these types of things are the ones that start to get to you after the while, the lifting of the legs. And that's where you start to cramp up a little bit. Not used to, I walk a lot, but that lifting of the legs over the trees and stuff is not a very common type of movement. Not bad through here. You guys see a very well defined right away. I think we got another possibly washout coming up here. Got to stop and change the battery too. These walking hikes chew up the batteries too, because it just takes so long to get through anywhere. Oh. Yeah, I think I remember this one too. Is that Celine Dion song? It's all coming back to me now. Don't ask me to sing. My wife tells me I'm not allowed to sing because I suck. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I remember this one. I was trying not to kill myself on the stumps of the branches. Oh. Okay, you're here. So you could see basically another washed out, probably wooden box culvert. Okay, let's hold up here for a second. I gotta do a battery change, and then we'll keep rolling. Okay, we're gonna get rolling here now. If I pause for a second and you listen very carefully, you can hear the Kaministiquia River running in the background there, so it tells you kind of where we are in relation to the river. Okay, so let's keep moving here. Things are going to get, I think, from here on in, getting a little messier. We're getting to that point too where I'm starting to overheat a little bit. You have to kind of dress up a bit because it's not super warm, but warm enough where I'm getting, like, my glasses are fogging up and I'm sweating. I got my toque on, a beanie for you non-Canadians, and my head's all sweaty, and I don't know what to do with my gloves, right? Because I know if I take them off, my hands will be a little cold, it's sweaty. Got a couple layers on, and moving enough that I'm getting warm. So here you can see how grown in it gets in spots, especially with all these conifers. Maybe we'll put the GPS up on here, so that way I got my hands free. Yeah, nothing off to the side of the grade, which is disappointing. No telegraph poles, none of those little rail holders. You could see the cutting work here, right? This is massive. Again, there's some bigger ones in the next section, but this is still in itself pretty big, right? I don't know, how high is that? 25 feet, 30 feet? Kind of looks like the enchanted forest in here with all the conifers, and how dark it is. Again, this is why we needed a cloudy day to do this hike, because otherwise you would not see anything if the sun was out. Even though the sun is low on the horizon this time of the year, but still makes things a little trickier to see. Oh, it's hard to walk too. Everything's slippery. Again, so you can just see the height. Like, this is an awful amount of earth that they had to move. And then all that earth ended up in those embankments. And that was one of the major issues, because you need something more solid than just the gravel that you're pulling out of here, right? Because basically we're right beside the river, right? And so due to glaciation, this is all glacial till that's been pushed up alongside the river. So great source of gravel, but putting that in the as fill in the embankments is not particularly awesome, because the gravel itself, which is just basically like pit run gravel, is not solid enough to hold under the stresses of heavy rain or spring runoff. Again, you can see how badly grown in it is here. Yuck. Just makes it hard for me to walk too. I'm trying to keep any moisture off the lens of the camera. And that is not easy when you're walking through this. The rain stopped yesterday afternoon, but still a little wet. You see the dog shaking. Okay, let's maybe hold up for a second here, give the lens a wipe. Alrighty, let's keep plowing along here. Again, you can just see the cutting work, 25 feet easily. And you can see it over here. So you could see the width too. They basically had to cut a V, right, to keep this from all sort of sliding in. It's not like a rock cut where you can just sort of come straight down and you don't have to kind of worry. You have to sort of V this. So again, just an awful lot of earth that they had to move. You can see the very, very well defined right away here. All right, I think we're coming up to another washout. And we have one of our lovely thorn apple trees. Trying to avoid that. So you can basically see how this kind of continues on right there, and we're kind of going down because this is where kind of the trail goes. So I think if I understand correctly, I want to thank Perry for this information. I think this was kind of being used as a road. Like you could drive through here in the 70s up to the 80s. At some point in the 80s, this is where everything started to kind of fall apart a bit, right? So again, you could see where the grade would have been. And so we continue to drop down here. Maybe I'll check the GPS. We'll see how far we've come down. This one's not too bad. The last one that we have to go through is bad. What does the GPS say? $10.48. Okay, let's go up. All right, so we have a chance discovery here. Just something caught my attention and I decided to come down here. And so what we have is kind of a neat little discovery. We have a segmented concrete culvert. I'm guessing this goes way back. The dog's in here. It's about a 2-foot diameter culvert attached to this little ditch here, this little creek. The railway grade is up there. It just kind of caught my attention, so I decided to come down and look. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the other side and have a look. All right, so a little bit of a mystery here on the south side where this culvert's supposed to come out. There's the Canadian Pacific line. And then we have this thing. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe this is probably put in by Canadian Pacific. Maybe we have some sort of junction between the two culverts, because there is nothing over here where this culvert should be coming out. Because the culvert, it was way down, like down in that area there, like the elevation of it. There's the grade is here, and so the embankment's been cut down, but I don't see an outlet for the culvert anywhere, so that's got to be it over there. The dog just weaves in and out of the trees so effortlessly. I'm coming. So impatient. Come on. She does pretty good. She's 6. She's not a young lady anymore. Okay, how far did we go down? 1063. A little less than 20 feet. Okay, let's hold up here for a second, and then we'll continue our march here.